Hi guys, it's Noah from Team Card Fighters United here, and I'm just going to be doing a deck profile on the Royal Paladin G-Trial deck, GTD-02, which is Divine Swordsman of the Shiny Star. And the Royal Paladins in the G series are used by none other than the amazing Shion Kiba. So, to get started, we have the starting Vanguard, Shining Knight Milius, 5,000 attack, with a Forerunner ability and a G-Break of 1, where you get to Counterblast 1 and put it into the soul. Search your deck for up to 1 grade 2 card and call it to rear guard and shuffle your deck. So it's pretty good when you want to fill up a column, late game, mid game, whenever you're able to stride, really. So yeah, it's very good. It's just a basic starting Vanguard. And next we have the trigger lineup for the trial deck, which comes with 4 heal triggers: Healing Pegasus, 4 critical triggers, Burning Mane Lion, 4 Night of Festival, which are your stand triggers, 2 Pixie Assault Captain, and 2 Margal for the draw triggers, and a Shiny Margal. Yay. Okay. On to grade 1s. You have your 8,000 Knight, Lunar Crescent Knight Phylax, 4 of him. 4 Phylax. Then you get this neat little guy, Knight of Steel Wing, and he's really neat because whether he's on Vanguard or Rear Guard, whenever your opponent attacks him, he instantly becomes an 11k. So he's very easy to defend for. Early game, you can ride him on grade 1. When you ride up to grade 1, and your opponent will be hard-pressed to land an attack. So it saves that early damage, so you don't really have to take much damage early game, which is very good because it stops you from taking a lot of damage late game. And that comes with 3 of him. God damn it. That comes with 3 of him. Next comes the Perfect Guards Rainbow Guardian, which is non-foil, unfortunately, which just looks very weird. And the cool thing about this is you can actually Perfect Guard for a rear guard in whatever case you would like to do that for whatever reason, which don't do it. But yeah, if you would want to, you could, because it simply says placed on guard circle, you may pay the cost discarding a card, and if you do, choose one of your units that's being attacked. So it's not Vanguard specific. Next we have Archer of Heaven's Tower, which has a G-Break of 1, and when this unit attacks a Vanguard, it gains 3,000 to the end of the battle, and that's on rear guard circle. So it's basically like Marin, or any other unit that just gains 3,000 when attacking the Vanguard. And that comes with 4 Archer of Heaven's Tower. Uh-oh. Next, we have Milky Way Unicorn, which with a G-Break of 1 becomes a 10k Vanguard booster. So with this unit, you could use Milius over here behind the Vanguard, move him into the Soul, Superior Call of grade 2, and then throw down Milky Way Unicorn behind the Vanguard, and you're attacking for a lot very easily with a G-Break of just 1. Next, we have Transmigration Knight Breed, 9,000 grade 2, and when it attacks a Vanguard, it gains 3,000 till the end of the battle with a G-Break of 1. So it becomes a 12k attacker with an 8k behind it, that's 20k. And then with skills that will be mentioned later on, it can attack for a lot more. So very good card. Basic ability, but very good for starting, and still pretty good even in a later on deck. That comes with 2 Transmigration Hybrid. Next, we have the Special Intercept Mithril Guard Lion. Grade 2, 8k when it intercepts, no matter what clan your Vanguard is, even though the double clan ends, I believe, March 30th. When it intercepts, it gains an extra 5,000 shield, so therefore you can be intercepting for as a 10k, which can save cards in your hand and potentially save the game for you. That comes with, this trial deck comes with 2 Mithril Guard Lion. Dose. Next, Knight of Twin Sword. Beautiful card. I would definitely run this in my deck later on after modifications and such. And I mean, it's just beautiful all the way around. It's got a G-Break of 1 and a Counterblast of 1. And whenever it attacks a Vanguard, as long as it is boosted, it doesn't even have to hit. It just has to attack the Vanguard. You can Counterblast 1, and as long as you have a G-Break of 1, you can search your deck for up to 1 Grade 2 card not named Knight of Twin Sword, call it to rear guard, and shuffle your deck. So that's another attack right there. So you attack with the rear guard on the right, you can attack with the Vanguard, and you attack with Knight of Twin Sword, Counterblast 1, boom, you got another rear guard to attack with. And this trial deck comes with 2 of him. Next, we have Absolute Blade Knight Livero, which is your Grade 2, 10,000, beats up everything. So with this, you can use Twin Sword to call him out, get out a rear guard out of the way from your opponent's field, or just, if you get a stand trigger, boost and attack the Vanguard for a lot. And it comes with 4 of him. So, on to Grade 3s. We're going to start out with Profound Sage Kunrun, which is your 10k Grade 3 and a Counterblast of 1. Whenever it attacks, it gains 3k until the end of battle. Good for starters. Would not recommend it after you can get a different Grade 3 to replace it. So, it comes with, trial deck comes with 4 of her. Next, we have Aura Shooter Dragon, which is a nice card. With a G-Break of 1 on the Vanguard circle, it turns into a 16k base attack during your turn whenever it attacks a Vanguard. And with a Counterblast of 2, whenever you place it on Vanguard, you can Superior Call a Grade 2 or greater card from your deck to rear guard and shuffle. So it comes with 2 Aura Shooter Dragon. And now, the killer of this deck, Blue Sky Knight Altamil. This card is just, I absolutely love this card. And lucky enough for me, I was able to get a signed copy. But with a G-Break of 2, as long as unit is on the Vanguard circle, during your turn, all the units in the front row gain an extra 5,000 power. So that's easy 20k attack from all rows, just like that. That'll just blow away your opponent's hand. They'll be done in 2 turns or less, maybe 2 or 3 turns. And whenever a unit strides on it, you can Counterblast 1 and choose up to 2 cards from your hand. Superior Call them, so you can call 1 or 2 or none if you want. Superior Call them to rear guard and choose 2 different units. It does not have to be the units that you called. So it could be 2 back row rear guard units. It could even be the Vanguard, whatever. And they get an extra 5,000 until end of turn. So, just a beautiful Grade 3, wonderful combo setups, and it comes with 2 of him. Now on to the Stride. We have Shrouded Divine Knight Gablade. And when this unit's attack hits a Vanguard, you Superior Call a Grade 2 or greater card from your deck and shuffle. So, I mean, if you couldn't tell, this deck really runs off Superior Calling Grade 2s, which is not bad, but at the same time kind of odd to work with. You have to kind of work your way around it and get used to the deck, know how it plays and such. And it really does save up your hand, and you can really build up your defense with it too. Because if, say you have a grade 3 rear guard and you want to get an intercept in next, and you want to get an intercept because next turn, your opponent's going to hit for a lot. Boom, right there. Bunch of different ways. And it comes with 2 stride units, 2 good blades. So, onto some combos. You have Ultimate in the Vanguard. Say, Kunron on the rear guard. Milius behind Ultimate. And sorry guys. And a Phylax here and here. So let's just throw out some damage. You're at 4 damage. Mid, late, early, late game, You counterblast 1 for Milius. Move him to the soul. Well, first, you'd stride. Boom, good blade. Counterblast 1 for Ultimate skill. Call Phylax. And a Knight of Twin Sword from your hand. Then you get 5,000 power here and here. Boom. Big Vanguard attack. Or here and here, or here and here, or here and here, or wherever. What I like to do, personally, is I like a big Vanguard attack and kind of medium rear guard attacks. That's just personal. But anyways. So, then, you attack with Kunron. Now, if you've given her the 5,000 power, you can just counterblast 1 and make it an 18k attack without having to boost. You don't really want to boost on the first attack because you've got all these superior calls to work with. So you're attacking with 8k with Kunron, 18,000 with Kunron. Then, you attack with Twin Sword, and you boost here. That'll be a 17,000 attack. You can counterblast 1 and superior call Transmigration Knight Breed. Next, you attack with 20,000 or 25,000 in case you gave the 5k to Phylax. Again, personal preference depends on the situation you're in. Next, good blade attacks with Milius' support. Now this can be a 31,000 or a 36,000, depending on if you gave the 5,000 to Milius. So, if that attack hits, say you get a stand trigger. You can stand up, Phylax over here, and give another 5,000 here. And superior call a grade 2 or greater, you can superior call Kunron. You still have a counterblast left. So you attack with Kunron and the boosted Phylax from the stand trigger. Counterblast 1, that's a 26,000 power attack. Boom. And that's 4 attacks. Honestly, you can do a lot more attacks. There's superior call another Knight of Twin Sword, get a stand trigger, boost with Phylax, superior call another Breed. There's just so many ways you can work with this deck that would just dissolve your opponent's hand. Like, no matter what. They wouldn't have rear guards to call because they'd be using 5Ks, or they wouldn't have anything to do with the hand, or they'd have a lot of damage. So with this deck, it is superior calling a lot of grade 2s, which is kind of wonky to work with at first. And I apologize for the inconveniences where my camera dropped. It's kind of oddly balanced. But anyways, that is the Royal Paladin G2, or G Trial Deck 2. And I can tell you right now, it's looking to be a very good year for the Royal Paladins. So, until next time, Noah from Team Card Fighters United, signing off.